In this Genesis series of Bible expositions, we will explore the book of Genesis through the lens of redemptive history. As Jesus said, all Old Testament scriptures spoke about him, so Christians should approach the Bible with this understanding to fully grasp its message. Why is it important to view Genesis this way? While it tells of God's creation of the universe and humanity, it's also crucial to consider the context and purpose behind why Moses recorded this information and for whom it was intended. Without this perspective, we may miss the book's true significance. One key aspect to keep in mind is that the Genesis story was told by Moses to the Israelites who had just escaped slavery in Egypt and were wandering in the wilderness. Moses likely shared it to prepare them for the promised land of Canaan, a land full of idol worship and barbarism. Through this story, Moses reminded the Israelites that they were not slaves, but descendants of Abraham who had received God's promise and had a true identity as a glorious nation that should enjoy freedom and peace in Canaan. Therefore, it is important to note that Genesis is not trying to convey scientific information about the origin of the universe, but rather the story of God's preparation to send a Savior to save mankind, who were expelled from Eden and lost knowledge of creation due to corruption. So the story of Genesis mainly focuses on the patriarch who formed the nation of Israel, beginning with the call of Abraham. This is why only 2 chapters in Genesis tell the story of creation, while most of the book is about the history of the Israelite patriarchs. The story of Genesis is not just about the creation of the world, but also the redemption of already fallen mankind, as it was told to the enslaved Israelites. When we think about Genesis in this context, it becomes clear how this book can relate to us as Christians today. If Genesis is a book written from the perspective of salvation for fallen mankind, the story told to the Israelites who were freed from slavery in Egypt can be reinterpreted as the story told to us Christians today who have been saved from slavery to sin through Christ. By reading Genesis in this way, we can gain a deeper understanding of our identity as Christians saved by Christ and see how the story reflects Christ's recreation. This is why it's natural to read Genesis from the perspective of redemptive history